Why I'm scared of heaven. Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh boy, here we go.
Genuinely, if the afterlife or lack thereof is a sensitive topic for you, you can just scroll.
No, I'm good, let's go.
Usually there are two different views of heaven that people believe.
Oh, I hope you've done a lot of research on this.
The first one is that you will be happy eternally worshiping God, singing hymns, bowing down on your knees, etc.
The Bible actually doesn't explicitly say that. That's just a picture of heaven that John saw, but the heaven is not our eternal place, it's actually the new earth.
Which, first of all, why would a loving God want or need eternal worship?
Because we were made to worship and he's worthy of it, so when we are in sync with him, then it all turns out well for us, and we'll be happy eternally with that.
Being stuck with billions of people bowing down a gazillion times forever and ever doesn't sound fun to me.
Oh, I agree, that's why we know there's going to be a new earth, and so we don't know what we're going to do, but it's going to be physical, and it's going to be cool, and it's going to be fun, and we're going to enjoy it.
The second view that people have is that heaven has similar settings and objects as Earth does.
Oh yeah, it definitely will, because it'll be a new earth.
Like golden roads and gorgeous beaches, and you can do whatever you want forever.
Well, kind of, but I think we'll have jobs because we were made to work.
That's the problem. You can do whatever you want forever.
That's not a problem because we'll own everything as joint heirs with Christ, and we'll be sinless.
Forever is a concept that cannot even be imagined by humans.
True.
Imagine the length of the entire time you've been alive. Now multiply that by 1 billion. Now multiply that by 1 trillion. And that is not even a snap compared to eternity.
Oh, I see what you're saying is true, but that's not how this really works, because eternity doesn't mean forever. Eternity is equality. It's eternal as in timeless. We don't know what it's like to exist outside time, but we will.
You can read every book ever written an unlimited amount of times. I could paint every painting that could possibly exist, but will you meaningfully enjoy doing any of it?
And this is what happens when you don't understand eternity or do a word search or a background search on the original language.
You can do every possible thing ever, trillions and trillions of times, and that won't even be a fraction of forever.
Is this all you got?
A millionth of a second is equivalent to 1,000,000 years, because in eternity there is no such thing as time.
Oh, you were almost there. No, don't stop there, no.
Alright, next thing. In heaven, and I quote, "There shall be no more death, nor sorrow, nor crying, nor pain."
Yeah, because that's a bad thing.
Let's say your passion on Earth was, random example, basketball. What meaning can basketball have if you can't fail at it?
The problem is you're assuming that nothing will be better than what it is here except just more pretty, and that's not the case. It's going to be beyond what we can understand or comprehend. Better than basketball.
You make the shot every time, it is no longer special. There is no pain or disappointment from missing a shot.
Again, that's so terrible, isn't it?
So what is the meaning? Also, materialistic things like fancy cars and diamonds would mean absolutely nothing because everybody has an unlimited supply of everything.
Because we won't be materialistic like we are in this Western culture.
People are gonna say, but there's no sadness, so it wouldn't bother you.
You seem to think all the good things are bad things.
But then is that really me? And that leads me to the next thing. How can you be perfect and happy all the time and still be yourself?
We can't comprehend that because we're not perfect yet and we're not with God.
Who are you without your sadness?
Happy. Yeah.
Are your sad memories erased?
This passage does say that the former things will not come to mind, but that really actually just means it's going to be so great that we won't care. We'll still have a testimony to tell.
Memories are a part of who you are.
Exactly, my testimony.
Some will say you can look back at your sad memories without being sad.
Again, she just wants to not like things, I think.
If I don't feel sadness looking back at sad memories, that means either my brain has been altered or the memories have been altered.
Or you finally have a good context for everything that happened because God has explained it. As Paul says in this passage, we look in a mirror dimly, but when we are with him, we'll see face to face. That means we'll have perfect understanding of everything that happened, so no, it won't be like that at all.
Let's say your whole family makes it to heaven.
God willing?
If everyone is perfect, are there arguments or disappointments?
No, there can't be because we'll all have perfect understanding simultaneously.
And if not, is that really your family?
So you'd rather have arguments for all eternity?
If I can't have a disagreement with my mom, is she really my mom? If my brother doesn't annoy me sometimes, is he really my brother?
Yeah.
In heaven, everything we say or do has to be completely moral and good as to not cause suffering or sin.
No, because we already established that there will be no sin because you can't sin because you'll be joint heirs with God and you'll own everything and you'll have a perfect body and a perfect mind and a perfect soul, so there won't be the ability to sin because you won't want to.
Everyone would have to have the same opinions on everything.
Yes, because we'll have perfect understanding given by God.
And if everyone's view of paradise is different, how can we all be in the same place?
Because everybody's wrong because we don't understand it fully.
To me, paradise would be hanging out on the beach with my loved ones.
Good thing you're not God because I hate the beach. I hate sand.
To somebody else, their paradise might be the world being made of ice cream and it never melts and never goes bad. Your view of paradise could be being in your favorite video game or movie.
Your views of paradise seem to be very self-indulgent.
What if your view of paradise is wanting to help others, but nobody needs help? Because it's heaven.
Suffering is your paradise?
Back to the memories thing. Do we remember anything that happened on Earth?
Yeah, I established that.
Will we remember our friends and family members who didn't make it to heaven?
Oh, yes.
There is no pain and sorrow, so even if I did remember them, I wouldn't be able to miss them or have empathy for them.
Well, I get from your videos you probably don't believe this is true, so I don't know why you would have this big assumption at all. But as I said before, we'll still have the perfect understanding from God. And so we'll agree with him in his mercy and justice.
Let's say a mother goes to heaven and her daughter goes to hell. She either would remember her but not be able to feel sad about her being in excruciating pain forever in the pits of fiery hell, or the memories of her daughter whom she loved so much would just be erased. What if the only bad thing the daughter ever did was just not go to church? Rules are rules, so she gets forever torture.
And so here you clearly are showing that you don't understand what the gospel is, because it's not about good behavior, it's not about following the rules, it's about having faith that Christ has paid for the sins, for the rules that you've already broken. We obey out of gratitude, not necessity.
On to my next point. Whenever I ask a Christian why does God allow so much evil, they always say because God allows us the gift of free will, and without free will, we would just be robots.
Well, that's half of the answer. That's the answer for unbelievers. For believers, he's developing in us a character, as it says in this passage. But just because you always give an answer doesn't mean it's wrong.
There is no good without evil.
That's right. He was making a choice. You get to choose now.
Wait a minute, but in heaven there's no evil, right?
That's right, because you already made your choice now.
There's no sin or sadness, and everyone is good and pure. Let me get this straight. You say that evil exists because we have free will. If we didn't have free will, we would all be robots. And also, heaven has no evil.
Because the evil's been done away with. You've already made your choice. You still have free will, but you chose.
Here on earth, we're all sinners and nobody's perfect. But if we are made to be perfect in heaven, then wouldn't we all be exactly the same? Robots.
Baskin-Robbins has 31 flavors of ice cream, but they're all ice cream.
How would our appearances change to be perfect? What does that look like?
Well, I hope you get there to find out, but if not, I'll call out to you and let you know.
Would I just be a soul with no thoughts of my own, made to be artificially happy forever?
Some big assumptions that you think it'll be artificial because you don't even know God.
Your soul will only feel happy about it, so you won't even care. I care now.
I highly doubt anybody's ever really said that to you.
And who am I without sin?
A saint.
If I wanted to eat an entire pint of ice cream, wouldn't that be gluttony?
Yes, but we live in a cursed world, so our bodies get fat from overeating, and so God had said no gluttony because that's actually a wicked indulgence that's bad for you. But God wants you to do good things that are healthy for you. But when you have a perfect body, it's not going to affect you the same way, and you're also assuming there will be ice cream in heaven.
Am I allowed to do that in heaven? Can you sin in heaven?
No.
Can I litter in heaven? Would littering still be a sin even if it didn't cause any harm? Would the receipt I threw just poof away?
Littering was never a sin. Now you're just being snarky.
In heaven, you won't even want to sin.
Yes, duh. Why didn't you start with that?
The desire I have right now on earth to eat a pint of ice cream will be restricted somehow?
Not necessarily. It might affect you differently, like I just said.
In heaven, would my thoughts of sin be repressed?
No, they just won't exist because you won't have a rebellious nature anymore, and I know that's difficult to understand, but it's going to be true. You're still going to be you. Just better.
If some thoughts are repressed and some thoughts are given, then how do I know if any of my thoughts are my own?
Well, I guess we should just trust a trustworthy God who was willing to let his son die just so you might have the chance to say yes. I'd say that gives him some credibility.
Am I allowed to opt out? Am I allowed to leave?
You can opt out now.
Am I allowed to ask questions?
You won't need to ask questions because, as I said in this passage, Paul says we're going to understand.
Or would my mind somehow be altered to just accept everything and be happy about it?
You just can't comprehend anybody being good, can you?
Before y'all try to be smart in the comments, obviously heaven is better than hell. But
I'm questioning whether or not you actually believe that.
does that mean it's good?
Yes, it does.
What's wrong with just going to where I was before I was born? I would rather just cease to exist than go to either of those places.
It's easy to think that when you're not facing death, but I don't think you're going to think that on your deathbed. No.
Sure, before you were born, there were no joyous experiences, but there was also no death, sorrow, crying, or pain, or pressure to be perfect.
Oh, wow, you just listed everything that's in heaven. And then you still exist. How about that?
There is just nothing, and that is what makes life meaningful.
Nothing makes life meaningful. Didn't see that one coming.
And the requirements to get into heaven also make no sense, and I can talk about that for hours.
And yet you don't, so I doubt you can.
But yeah, does anyone relate to my feelings or have any of these same questions?
Oh, I'm sure a lot of people do, but you seem to be filled with false facts and half information.
Because I haven't really seen this talked about much.
That's very true, so that's why I made this video. I hope it helped.